retiring?
Your mom told you.
Yeah, of course she told me. This is big news.
I was hoping she wouldn't tell you. I was hoping that maybe someday, years from now, you'd come back and say, didn't we have a Pastor Dale? That I could just kind of not be here. Um, you know, I had a mustache when I was in college. I had that mustache for 2 years. I shaved it off. Nobody noticed. 2 years later, somebody said, didn't you have a mustache? I was kind of hoping the same thing could happen here.
But what about us? You baptized me. You confirmed me. You've been there, here, the whole time. Like, now you won't be able to do my wedding.
Well, if we could arrange to have your wedding this summer, I could still do it. Well, we'll talk about that later. You know, Quinn, I wasn't ready for you to go to college. Those changes are hard, but I knew it was right for you. I knew it was the right time for you. And look at you. You're getting ready for graduate school now. You're going to be commissioned. And I'm just so excited for you, what the transitions have meant.
So what's the story? What led up to this?
Yeah, when I graduated from seminary, they said, you'll probably stay 3 to 5 years in your first church, and who would have guessed 40? But I knew at some point this time would come that I would transition to this next stage of my life. And about 8 years ago, maybe, I started really thinking about it. What was best for Mount Calvary? What do I need to do to prepare Mount Calvary for the time that I would be leaving and a new leader would be coming on? So I started reading and I started watching what other congregations were doing, read several books on pastor transitions. And I picked one that I really liked. I thought was very helpful. I got a group of 12 people together here, and we read it together. We talked about it, and we decided how best to do this, what was best for Mount Calvary. And so we had a plan in place, and we knew that at some point we would have to launch that plan. And about a year ago, we decided the time was now to start getting the congregation ready. And so we've been working on it for a while, and it's hard to imagine not being here. But I know it's time, and I know it's the best thing for Mount Calvary.
You've just been here my whole life. You've been here a lot of people's whole lives. This is just like a big change. So what's next for you then?
Well, I don't really know. I think I don't have a bucket list. Not even sure where I left the bucket, but there are a lot of things I'd love to do more. I'd love to read more. I'd love to spend more time with Joan and Meg. But what I've found, Quinn, is I've just enjoyed every single stage of my life. I love going to school. I love working. I started working full-time when I was 14, and I got to be a baker, a janitor, a cook, a sales clerk. I got to do all kinds of different jobs. I loved them all. I learned something in every single one of them and got to meet great people. And I don't know what doors God might open for me in these next years, but I just know that it will be good, it will be of God, and I'm excited to see what that next adventure will be.
It's hard to imagine you not being here every Sunday.
Hard for me too. Hard for me too. But, I can't imagine what it's going to be like for a new pastor to come in and get a chance to meet you folks and to get to see what this congregation does day after day after day, and just to watch their enthusiasm and their excitement grow. They're going to love you folks, and they're going to learn a lot from you folks, and I just know that they'll bring a lot to teach and share with you too. So I'm excited, very excited for you.
Well, what are we supposed to do? I don't want you to leave. I don't think anybody wants you to leave.
There's that part where it's hard to imagine not being here. And that's why I like the idea of being able to come back in a part-time role to make some coffee and guard the donut table, teach some Bible studies, and greet people. It's time. We have such great staff here, and to bring in somebody who sees with new eyes and just continues to grow along with you and others here. I'm just excited for the future of Mount Calvary.